Meanwhile, humanitarian groups urged all sides to refocus on the human cost of the war. In Kyiv, aid workers continued to evacuate families from frontline towns. "We just want them to stop talking and start helping," said one volunteer. In Moscow, the presidential flag fluttered atop the Kremlin dome, framed against grey October skies, a familiar symbol of defiance. Russian officials insisted that their military goals remained unchanged. Ukrainian intelligence, however, claimed that internal pressure was mounting in Russia's southern regions, where draft fatigue and economic strain were deepening. For Trump, the challenge was balancing his campaign promise of swift peace with the geopolitical realities of entrenched conflict. The slogan, "End the war in 24 hours," had served well on the trail. Governing, however, demanded something different: patience, precision, and allies willing to trust his judgment. As the Diwali candles burned low, the president lingered briefly with guests, posing for photographs. To many, it was a strange juxtaposition: celebration inside, uncertainty outside. But that, perhaps, was the essence of Trump's presidency, the blending of spectacle and statecraft, of domestic ceremony and international intrigue. The following morning, headlines around the world echoed the same theme. Trump says no pointless meeting with Putin. Analysts parsed every word. Was it a bluff, a negotiation tactic, or a reflection of growing frustration within the administration? At the Pentagon, defense planners continued routine briefings. Troop rotations in Poland and Romania went ahead. Air defense systems bound for Ukraine remained on schedule. Operational policy hasn't changed, one senior officer said, but the optics matter. In Eastern Europe, the message was felt keenly. For governments along NATO's eastern flank, Poland, the Baltic states, Romania, even minor shifts in Washington's tone could spark anxiety. "We rely on American consistency," said a Latvian defense official. "When Washington hesitates, Moscow advances." Back in the United States, political talk shows debated whether Trump's remarks signaled fatigue with global commitments or a new strategic realism. Supporters framed it as results-driven diplomacy. Critics saw confusion. For those inside the diplomatic community, one point was clear: the Trump-Putin dynamic, long marked by unpredictability, had re-entered center stage. Each gesture, each word, carried layers of interpretation.